It's a beautiful day here. It is Tuesday, October 28th, and we are going live because today is weigh-in day. I am absolutely excited to see where I am at on the scale, but also excited to share with you what I've been releasing other than the weight. Okay, so and talk to you about the ways that and things that I'm putting in place and implementing to do or get to this goal. It's again, this is the long game. This is not a short game. So we ain't on no time schedule to release the weight. However, we getting ready to do this weigh in. I'm not going to be before you long. I'm definitely going to take the time to go over the information, but we're going to first get into the weigh-in. I'm going to wait and see if anyone else comes in. And once we do that, I'm going to go ahead and get this going. Okay? So, now, first of all, last Tuesday, just to kind of give you a recap, last Tuesday I woke up and this was heavy on my mind as soon as I woke up. And it was in regards to making a change as it pertained to my um, releasing weight. So I decided that right then, right now, that I was going to make a pact with myself to have a goal to get to 199 pounds. Like I said, there's no time frame, no goal, but not only to release the weight, but also to release those things that no longer serve me. So in the process of me going through this, it definitely is going to make me lighter in my physical weight, but it's also going to take that weight up off of my shoulders that are causing me to be continuously focused on things that don't do anything to better me or make me better. So we're going to talk about all those things as we continue to go. Peace and love. Welcome in, Coco. I'm so glad you're able to catch my live, sis. All right, so now the other thing that I'm going to be doing today is just kind of going over what I've been doing as it pertains to day-to-day operations and as it pertains to getting to this day. So I'm in the bathroom, as y'all can see. And I'm getting ready to do this weigh-in. Like I said, I'm not going to be before you long. Um, this came to me. I know that some of y'all caught the live last week. Some of you didn't. But last week, I definitely went into a time, not a timeline, but a time of reflection. I was very transparent about the things that I had been doing that had caused me to have this yo-yo effect on my weight, this yo-yo effect on my mind, my body, my spirit, all of it, right? So everything that I was doing, not everything, but most of the things that I was doing that was causing that, right? The late night snacking, saying that I'm doing one thing and doing another. You know, I eat once a day. I was doing more than eating once a day, but I wasn't eating full meals. I was snack, 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 snack. Well, recently, and I want to share something with y'all because I just read something that I'm going to show you the book that I'm reading too. But I just read something that kind of explains this a little clearer than what I could actually bring out to you and say. So I'm going to read this to you really quickly because the book I'm reading is called The City of Wellness by Queen Afua. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Queen Afua, but she's a self-reflection healer where she deals with healing thyself. She's also the author of, I can't think of the other book. I actually have it in there. But she's very well known for that. Coffee No Cream. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the floating heart. Welcome in, my sister. Welcome in. All right. So in this book that I'm reading, I'm not even that far in. I just started reading it. I'm on page 9. When I got to page 9, oh, you love Queen Afua? I do too. I got the opportunity to meet Queen Afua one time. Yeah. So, and you know, Baba Heru, I don't know if you know that, but that's her husband and how she got started. Well, her ex-husband, and he passed away recently. I put a post up recently about that. But Baba Heru, he was the he created the jewelry and through the house of Ptah. Okay, so here we go. This is what it says. It says, in the 21-day City of Wellness Challenge, you will be introduced to food, mood, movement journal, where you can check out whether, listen to this, because I was telling you, Sacred Woman, thank you, sis. Um, and I never got through the whole book. I need to go back and get through that whole book. I started it and didn't finish it. And that's one other thing that I was very excited about, y'all. Anybody that tapped in yesterday, um, yesterday was my 1 year anniversary on YouTube, and I was excited about the fact that I actually completed something, right? I got something into a completion, right? Meaning not completed with doing YouTube, but the fact that I got to a year, right? So definitely, maybe we should do it together, sis. Maybe we should read and go through and do it together, okay? So maybe that we should do that. Okay, so in this here, it says, in this city, in the 21-day City of Wellness Challenge, you will be introduced to your food, mood, and movement journal, where you can check out whether, this is the part that came to me, whether it's really the pizza, fried chicken, or extra slices of bread you're eating, or if you're swallowing your response to family crisis, disrespectful mate, or overbearing, insensitive boss, or children or parents who sometimes need more than you have to give. We must learn how to unearth the causes behind the effects that lead uh, to us and to bad food choices, which put us to numbers on the scale and destroy the foundation of our health with each unconscious bite. Okay, so listening to this, absolutely. So listen to this. So if anybody know what my situation is, I actually tapped into it last night too. I battle with food addiction, right? You know, knowing I got to know myself, I got to know my body, I got to know my reason, and I got to know what I can do and not do. And you have to know that about you too, right? When it comes down to releasing weight, not just physical weight. So when I'm saying releasing weight, some people get excited because they ready to just let go and be like, oh, I'm going to get skinny. I want to be, and it's always been over this past year and a half. Pretty much it's been almost longer than a year and a half, a little over a year and almost 2 years that I've been on this journey that I'm on and focused in on it. It's been about my health because of my diagnosis, what I've been told that I had going on, right? It's always been about that. Um, yes, King T, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for being here so much. I appreciate you. And King T says, oh my goodness, me too, depression and food addiction. Absolutely. That's what my description in my channel says, that's what I'm here for. Like, we need to work through this. We have to. Sometimes we can't afford, some people don't have time or afford to be able to go to places and sit down and have a chit chat. So sometimes you got to work on you. You got to work on you directly through you. You have to work on you directly through you, right? So I do things and find things like self-help, books that outline things that can help me, right? So when I read that one paragraph, I actually got in tears because I don't know if y'all remember, but my video I released yesterday said I not woke up, before I went to bed, I was having these major cravings last night. But because I'm trying to be disciplined, the night before, I wanted pizza. Your body will crave things that when, especially, it's almost half mind, half body. Your body will crave and you want those things. And then she says, it's more than just the pizza, the fried chicken, or even that extra piece of bread. It's about, what it's really about is that you're swallowing your responses. You really want to tell people no. Think about that. You really want to tell people no, But you feel obligated when you have children, when you have parents, when you have family, when you have friends, you have a job, you have all these obligations that you feel obligated to do. And so you end up swallowing the responses, which in return gets you to those places where you want to comfort yourself, which we do through food, and continue to eat, 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 eat. Whatever that thing is, we're trying to eat it away, but it's not going to go away by eating. It's not. You're going to have to address it by its head. So that's why what I'm going through today and this process that I'm going through, Project 199, has nothing to do with just the weight on the scale, but it is a factor because I have never been to Wonderland. Wonderland means O-N-E, their land, Wonderland. In the 100s, I have, not going to say never, I haven't been there in about 20 years. So that was a goal that I set for myself. But in the process, the true goal was to release those things that no longer serve me, which also contributes to the depression, the food addiction that contributes to that, right? You have to get rid of your enablers. Think about that. Your enabler for you is truly the things that you are not addressing or that you don't want to address at that time. And so you go and you comfort yourself with that food. You might say, you know what? I'm just going to go down here and I'm going to make me some shrimp pasta and I'm going to do this. And then even the therapy of you making the food or creating the food yourself, or the ritual of you ordering the food or doing whatever you're doing, those things actually tap into it on a basis of trying to make it better, right? Because I remember, I had a whole ritualistic thing that I did at one time. I talked about that in my video, We Listen But We Don't Judge. When I talked about my food addiction, I talked about the fact that I had a whole ritual. I used to go to and look forward to every day going to Panda Express, getting these meals because that was my time of day. I wanted to sit, I wanted to eat, I would turn on the TV or my social media and I would. How about now? Are y'all able to hear me? Please let me know if you're able to hear me. I'm back. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Okay, thank you. I think it might be my bathroom, so I'm gonna stay out of there for right this moment, because I think that's what's happening, that my bathroom is causing not to be able to get, yeah, I had to go out and come back in. I don't know. But what I was saying was, King T, have an awesome day. Keep pushing, keep going. Shalonda, welcome in. And you can do this, right? You can do this because we have to do it. We have to save our lives. You know what I'm saying? We have to reclaim our lives. Coco said that it was more than just, she knew and assessed that for herself. But you understand how you have to get to a place where you can assess the whole picture and realize that it's more than just the weight on your body that you're dealing with. If you don't address the things that are really causing the issues for your weight, then you're never going to release. You can lose weight, but anything you lose, you can find, right? Anything you lose, you can find. So you're not trying to find the weight again. But the reason that you're not releasing it and it's staying off and releasing it and it's going away is because you haven't released other things that need to be released from you. Does that make sense? Like, if you don't release the things that need to be released, you're not going to release the weight, because the weight is more than physical, just as Coco just said. So I'm going to get to this. Hey, Jay. Hey, Jay. Welcome in, sis. Welcome in. I'm going to get to this weigh-in. You got here just in time. I'm getting ready to flip this camera around. I'm about to get on this scale. Let me make sure my leg's not too ashy. About to get on this scale. I'm staying the same way I was the first time I got on here. I was in my nightgown. I had my bonnet on though. I decided to take it off today. But I was, so I want to be in the same clothing around the same time. This is about the same time that I weighed in last time. Yashurio, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for being a member on the channel. Cozy at Coco's, y'all, is a new member of the tribe. Welcome in, Coco, as a member of the tribe. And so I appreciate that. And y'all make sure y'all check out Coco. She is over there. Now she's releasing some things through her cleaning. So make sure y'all go over there and check her out because she's definitely got that going on. All right, we getting ready to get this weigh-in going. Let me push the scale over a little bit here. All right, I'm getting ready to flip the camera. All righty. Y'all can see the scale, see my feet. All right, we getting ready to get on this boy. All right, here we go. 246.3. 246.3. So I did release some weight here, y'all. 246.3. 246.3. I'm saying it over and over again because I need to remember that number. 246.3. Give me my pen and my 246.3. That pen don't work. 246.3. Okay. So this is it, y'all, right here. So y'all ready to know how much I released, okay? So in 1 week, I released, I'm getting ready to show y'all right now. I'm getting ready to do the numbers. You know, I like to be 246.3. I released 4.8 pounds. 4.8 pounds. I was 251.1 last week. And now I've released 4.8 pounds in 1 week, almost 5 pounds. Okay. So, and I'm going to tell you, this is what I was doing. So people always want to know, well, what you doing? How you do that? And I did not eat. I ate the way that I always eat, which I was eating, which is intermittent fasting. Okay. Intermittent fasting means that you're eating 1 meal a day between a certain period of time, right? Between that certain period of time period, you are eating only 1 meal. Now that 1 meal can look like, some people gauge calories. I don't gauge calories or worry about how many calories something is because I'm eating once a day and I'm eating early enough in the day that I have all the rest of the day and all the rest of the evening to continue to burn that off. In addition to, your body goes back into a fasting state. Once you go to sleep, you wake up. If you're not eating till after 12 noon, then you are actually fasting for a long period of time, and your body is beginning to, right, 1 meal a day. Absolutely, Corey. Absolutely, absolutely. So you began to, burn what you had, and it begins to work and rebuild, I'm saying rebuild, regenerate cells in your body, things like that. So that's why it's important to get your sleep. So that goes back to, why I try to go to bed and get some sleep too, because actually the sooner you go to sleep, the more you're going to release too, right? And you're also going to feel rested. You're going to feel how your whole mental is going to be on a different level if you feel rested. But if you don't feel rested and you don't release those things that are no longer serving you, and you go to bed with all of those things on your mind, on your heart, on your spirit before you go to sleep, or you sitting there scrolling, or you watching somebody's sad story, you are actually embedding those things into you, making it part of you, and you're going to feel heavy while you're sleeping. So you have to be as light as possible. Turn off those devices, turn off the TV, get in the bed without a device, get in the bed without a TV. Lay down and go to sleep. When you get in the bed, lay down. Actually go to sleep, pull the covers up, go to bed. You get what I'm saying? Go to bed. What did Corey say? Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Lala. I'm here, Lala. Lala, I released 4.8 pounds. I'm trying to get my scale to get that BMI. Because it gives me my BMI. It gives me the fat ratio, body fat. It also gives me the water retention, all of that, but it's not working at this time. Of course, it's not working because I'm doing this challenge to show y'all, but it's not working. It's all ritualistic, like you said. I be scrolling, smoking weed, looking at food videos, and I'm up eating all night. Oh my God. So King T, King T, King T, King T, King T, King T. Did y'all hear that? Let me explain something to you. So I told you, this is all about being transparent, right? All about being transparent. He's very transparent. And I'm going to share with you a time before a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, exactly what he's saying, exactly almost to the letter of what he's saying is what I used to do. And then I realized, so I kicked that. I was able to kick the weed smoking, vaping, edible. I was able to kick that. I was able to get rid of that, right? And I'm saying that to say I knew that that was playing a big part in how much I ate because my appetite was beyond what I was like, oh my God, how can I be eating this much? But I was. And it was so delightful because between the weed smoking, right? You're getting this euphoria of feeling good, but now you're taking your other feel good and you're putting it on top of it because when you smoke, you actually get an appetite. So now you're eating, which is your other thing. That's your other thing. So now you're eating. And then you're getting the adrenaline rush of scrolling, and watching food videos. OMG. Who is this man? Who is this man that's in here talking like but that show you, right? It shows you that it's not just you. Corey, welcome in. Corey Micus, welcome in. Thank you for being here. You had to quit vaping. Yes. When I had to stop, I went in stages. I used to smoke cigarettes and smoke weed. I did. And then I went from that to I quit smoking cigarettes because I was like, the cigarettes ain't doing nothing for me, but I'm gonna continue with the weed. Now, my thing was this. Today, weed, marijuana, whatever, is not the same that you were having back in the day. You get what I'm saying? Back in the day, I was a teenager back in the 80s. Okay. So back then, there were seeds in it, and it was a whole thing. But I wasn't even a real weed smoker until I feel like the world came down on me and this was my escape. And then from there, I began to eat more and more and more and more. Because it was like I couldn't even eat if I didn't smoke. If I didn't smoke, I couldn't eat. And if I didn't smoke, I was feeling some type of way. It was a whole thing. Now, what happened is I finally kicked that back in where I wasn't smoking anymore, but I wanted to vape. So that was in 2024 as well. So I started vaping, realizing when I started vaping, I was feeling worse. But also, it contributed to my high blood pressure, y'all. Smoking contributes to your high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure and you smoke or you vape, it's contributing to your high blood pressure. I am not a doctor. I am not giving medical advice. I'm sharing my experience. I know that this has happened to me. When I started vaping, my numbers for my high blood pressure went through the roof before, and I was actually smoking prior to that. Okay, so understand, smoking, my blood pressure was high. But when I started vaping, the numbers went through the roof, which made me think, oh, maybe one thing has something to do with the other, but I had to give it up. And it was very hard because this is our thing, hand to mouth, hand to mouth, hand to mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's all about that deep breath. So if you feel like you want to vape or you want to smoke, take a deep breath. And it gives you that same satiation that you have when you are smoking. That's how I quit smoking the very first time I quit smoking cigarettes, was to inhale and to exhale continuously and chew on peppermint or spearmint gum. And that's what I told y'all the other day, that spearmint, peppermint, or mint in your water helps you satiate your appetite. It also helps you, if you have that desire to smoke, because that inhalation of that smell, it kind of gives you that same sensation. I'm trying to tell you, try it. If it don't work, I get it. Right. So thank you, King T, for definitely. Thank you, Lala, for being here. Thank you, King T, for saying that, because that is definitely, I told y'all I will be transparent with you all the way through this whole process. Again, that was something that I did over a year and a half ago. But today and right now, I've said I was going to go through, and I am. I'm going to go through it, and then we're going to get off here. I'm going to go through what I did this week. This week, I stuck to um, one meal a day. Most times I ate after 2:30, between 2:30 and 3:30. I have a 1 hour window, which is my fasting window. I also have the one day where I actually ate around noon, and it was about 11:30, and I woke up hungry, so I was like, I'm getting ready to eat. I'm getting ready to eat. I'm gonna eat now because I got a new schedule on my job, and I didn't want to wait until the time for me to actually take my break and eat. So I actually ate around that time. And that was the same day that I said, so this is to kind of show you how your body works, right? It's the same day that I said, I sure wish I had some pizza, or I wanted to eat. I wanted to do that late night craving. I wanted that pizza bad. Okay. I wanted that pizza bad. But I worked through it. I drank me some water, some lemon water. I drank some, sipped on a little bit of juice, just something. And then I ate an apple, because sometimes you just want that crunch, but sometimes you want that grease, salt, and sweets all at the same time. And that's something that you definitely need to work on satisfying in a different way, because usually when you have that craving for that, that's something that you are lacking in your body. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, that's what I did this week. I went for a walk for 4 of the days. And for the other 3 days, I worked out indoors. Catch me tomorrow. I will be live with my 30-minute workout. I'm not sure what I'm going to be working out in as tomorrow, but today I'm getting ready to get my stuff on. This probably will be an indoor workout because today it's gloomy outside and it's raining, and I don't really feel like walking in the rain. So I'm going to work out on the inside today. But I have been working out, and not in a long time, not a long time, not a long time. Oh, there we go. Andy Man! I was wondering what happened to my chat. It just stopped. Let's glow. Andy Man. I just talked about you last night, Andy Man. Andy Man, Andy Man. Actually, I didn't. My thought process was great to see you. My thought process to talk about those that were heavy moderators on the channel, and Andy, Monique, and Coffee No Cream. those my peoples. And they moderate the heck out of my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. For sure. And let's see. Thank you, Andy Ma. Yeah, it was great to see you too. So my other thing I did, so that was other things I did. The other things that I did is I took time out of my day intentionally. You have to be intentional. You can't wait for the opportunity to present itself, because you always putting yourself on the back burner. You cannot do that. You have to put yourself in the forefront, right? You have to put yourself in the forefront, allow yourself to be a priority. So I decided that I'm going to be journaling. So when I wake up in the rising, I pull my journal out, which I have right here next to my bed. Um, and I did this rising as well. This is my journal. Okay. And I write in my journal, right? I write in my journal, and I then reflect. So I write 2 times a day. I write the way I feel when I wake up, and I write again in the evening before I lay down. So those are 2 times. Um, yes, get that City Wellness book. I write 2 times. The other thing that I have put into play is I'm not touching my phone for an hour. I might look at the time, but I'm not, that's it. I might look at the time, that's it. But I'm not touching my phone for an hour after I rise, because you need to have your mind in the right place. You need to start focusing on you. As soon as you pick up that phone and you start scrolling, the focus is off you and on everybody else and what they got going on. So you need to continue to focus on yourself. Journal, reflect in the rising, and don't touch your phone for an hour after you rise. In addition to that, when you are going to bed at night, go ahead and journal what your day and your reflections of your day. Reflect on that. Do not turn on your phone, and do not get on YouTube, social media, or any of those things. Do not turn on your TV. Don't have any light if you don't have to in your space after you journal. Close your journal, close your eyes. I promise you, that's when you feel your best. And I actually followed that rule to 100% through yesterday. Like I told you, I'm transparent, I'm human. I did not do this every day, but I am making it a practice. So once what you do and make a practice and become a habit, it becomes your habit. And then therefore without doing it, you maybe feel naked, right? You might be like, oh my God, I didn't even journal when I woke up, or I didn't whatever when I woke up, right? So another book that I do, and I do this twice a week, is my Shadow Alchemy. Okay. Shadow Alchemy is a book that helps you address those things that you're going through, like traumas, and it helps pull up those things that may be suppressed that you didn't even know was sitting there, that's in your subconscious, right? The subconscious always do this because it's like in the back of your mind. The things in the forefront of your mind are not always something that you're thinking about that has something to do with the trauma that's actually impacting your right now. You don't know that your past impacts your future or your right now unless you put it in the short, I will. Um, you would not know that this information is impacting your future until you actually get into it, right? So just to kind of give you some excerpts from this, Shadow Alchemy, I also put these books in you can get this book. I believe you can get it on, nope, I don't think you can get this on Amazon. My best friend, y'all know her as Tia on the Glow, my sister. She got me this book. It's probably the best gift she's given me in a long time. And I say that to say, I've already pulled up some things in my life that I had suppressed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot all about it. But as soon as it came to surface, it felt like it happened right now. It felt like it was happening right now. So let me see here. Let me read the back of it here. It says, are you ready to return? Are you ready to turn your darkness into light? Shadow Alchemy is an illuminating guide to transforming the hidden parts of yourself into powerful sources of healing, clarity, and spiritual growth. This book invites you to step beyond surface level healing and journey inward, where your deepest transformation begins. And that's why I'm telling you that I got on that scale. Yes, I released 4.8 pounds, but I'm releasing so much more. So much more. And it's more that you can read in here. It also says, in this world that often encourages avoidance of discomfort, Shadow Alchemy offers a sacred path towards self-awareness, emotional liberation, spiritual awakening through practical soul-centered approach, and guides you through the phases of shadow work for recognition to release to rebirth, offering grounded tools and insights to help you reclaim your personal power. Jeffrey, welcome in. Great rising to you. Thank you for being here. So, y'all know, that's pretty much like all the things that I have been doing. I also, I don't know if y'all realize, I don't refer to my job as the plantation any longer, because I realize, words become things, and you become, it can draw certain things into your space. So because I don't say plantation anymore and I don't address it as that, it's becoming to be a little bit easier for me to accept the fact that I am still working this job. I don't want to work the job, okay? Because it does impact my mental health. But, however, I don't like to say but. However, she said, okay, no more plantation. However, I have to find what works for me, because this is what I have to do right now. But I do know that my job impacts my mental health 100%. And I have to come off of that every day. So to come off of that every day, journaling, wake up to journaling, also reflecting, being grateful, showing gratitude. I know this sounds like a broken record, just like I told y'all last night. What do everybody tell you? How do you get to be successful on YouTube? What do people tell you? Consistency, consistency, consistency. It's the same thing when it comes down to life. Gratitude is key. Affirmations, things that you have to do in order to be better at life, be better for you, for self-help, positive mindset. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Coco. Thank you so much. Those are the things that you have to do for you. So it's, we're always seeking something outside ourselves instead of going within. And that shadow work book is something that takes you so deep within. It's deep, y'all. So, but once you release it, you all understand. Once you begin to bring it back up, something that you suppressed so far down that you forgot that it even existed. And when you bring it back up, it's almost like, oh my God. And it feel like it happened right now. It happened today. And it really happened years and years ago. You get to sit in it, reflect on it, and address it. It's all a process. And this thing called life that we live in, we are supposed to be beings, right? I'm saying we're living. They say when you go to work, you're making a living. So if that's living, I don't want to live like that. I want to be. I want to exist and be in my space. Do you realize that when someone says, I want my peace, I'd rather have peace than happiness, because peace can bring on those things that make you content and happy. So I seek peace and not looking to be happy. You know, so many people say, I just want to be happy. Well, on the other side of happy is sad. In order to get one, you got to get the other. You get what I'm saying? In order to get one, you got to get the other. But when you're seeking peace, you already know that there's some bumps in the road and something that you got to do to get to it. But when you're seeking happiness, think about this. You're only looking for that euphoria that makes you so happy. But when it doesn't happen, you're disappointed. And so it takes you on that emotional roller coaster. When you seek in peace, peace happens in a place where it's inside of you. Happiness is something that you look for someone to give to you. You'll say in a heartbeat, oh, that person made me so happy. Oh, you made me so happy. And that person also has the control to make you sad. You giving your control away. When you look seeking peace, you can only seek peace within, and you control that way better than happiness. So I seek peace. I seek peace. So that is what I'm seeking in my life today. And that is why I am releasing those things that no longer serve me. And as well as releasing this weight off this body, baby. Because, you know, sometimes you just get uncomfortable in your skin. And that's, you know, after so long, the uncomfortable feeling in your skin makes you uncomfortable in life, makes you uncomfortable in all things, all things. You wonder why your job, school, K through 12, and the penitentiary all structure the same. They are, because they're taught to give of yourself and never receive anything back. They start teaching you in um, school. At 5 years old, they start teaching you how to sit still. You start the whole conversation about something else, King T. They teach you how to sit still and be in a place for hours a day where the time is not yours, where someone's infiltrating your thoughts and telling you what to think and what to learn and what to be. You're influenced in this process, and it becomes a habit. So now you're in kindergarten, now you're in first grade, now you're in third grade, now you're in second grade, all those grades, right? And then most times when you get to middle school, you have bells that tell you when to go from one place to the other, right? It's almost like a spell, right? Ding! Oh, time to move. Ding! Time to go, right? It's almost like being under a trance. Then when you think about that and you take the school aspect of things and then you put it into a 9 to 5, you have the same thing. Someone tells you when to report to work, you have to work these hours, and then ding, it's lunchtime and you can go out to have lunch, out of the building, in the building, wherever you want. You get to eat for 30 minutes. Some people get 30 minutes. Some people get an hour. It all depends. I get 2 hours on my job because that's what I do to help me. This is the things that I do to help me get through the day. All right. So those are things that you do. And then when it comes down to the penitentiary, like how King T mentioned, the same thing. They put you into, when you go to get your food, the same thing in school. I forgot to tell you, when y'all go to get food, you know, you line up and you in this line and you waiting for them to hand you what you can eat, right? They're giving you your meal. The same thing when you go to jail or the penitentiary, you're lining up for your food. You have a certain amount of time for recess in the yard, just like school. It's called the prison to school to prison pipeline. I've actually looked to that. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all something. That's why I'm walking out of here so I can show y'all this here. And then I'm getting off here because King T gonna have me get on here and talk about some other things other than weight. But this is all trauma, all plays a part. That's trauma, right? That trauma plays a part in your health, your wellness, your mental well-being. All of it plays a part. There's nothing I'm speaking on that doesn't play a part to this aspect of things, right? So let me see here, y'all. So y'all know I got books up the wazoo, and I don't even have them all displayed, but I'll turn it around so you can see that I do have a lot of books on a lot of things, right? Right. And yes, including the Quran and the Bible. But here I have videos, and let's see here. Hold on, I gotta get it out of here. These are DVDs that I bought, right? They all have so many messages in it. Hidden Colors. It's not even open, but I've seen Hidden Colors 1,000 times. If you haven't watched Hidden Colors, watch Hidden Colors. Black Friday is talking about Black Friday. Thank you, Andy Mine. The Da Vinci Code, y'all know that's got a lot in it. If y'all not familiar with Kaba Kameen, Hawatha, Kaba talks about the Dogon people in Mali. This has a lot of research and information on it, right? But this one here is elementary genocide. I got all three of them. It's 1, 2, and 3. Here's another Black Friday, another Black Friday, the Genocide 2, Hidden Colors 2. I think in the, elementary genocide, that's where they talk about the prison, the school to prison pipeline. That's where it talks about it in the genocide, elementary genocide. So yes, I have quite a bit of things. I was thinking it actually said that was the name of it, but that doesn't what it says. But I have quite a bit of, and I read a lot of self-help books, things like that. I have a lot of self-help books down here. I was in real estate hard, y'all. I was, yes, a realtor. So I got a lot of real estate books. I don't get rid of my books. I definitely, keep my stuff. But those are things that I said I was going to go back and tap into and look into as well, because doing real estate can give me a sense of freedom. You got every one of them. You got Hidden Colors too. I figured that. I got some more stuff in my other things here. I got quite a few, but those are the ones. Those are my quick, because I might want to reference that. I got a DVD player over there. Yes, I will watch it, sit down and watch it in a heartbeat, because it keeps me reminded, because it is a trauma. But I was watching, who was I watching? I was watching something. I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about how we don't pay attention to what we're doing, meaning that we're robots in the sense that we just wake up, go, do, 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 do. So why not, if we're going to do that, why don't we program ourselves? We need to reprogram ourselves. We need to do a hard drive reboot. And that's what this is about. I'm going to call it a hard drive reboot. Yeah, but I thank y'all for being here, y'all. I've been on here long enough. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do appreciate it. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the accountability. King T, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Cozy at Coco, I'm rocking out with you. Andy Mine, it was so wonderful to see you again today. For a minute. It's been a minute, but I'm glad to see you. Lala, I always appreciate you, my sister. Thank you for being in here. Kiss from Jay, thank you for coming through and letting me know you were here. And Cozy, Coffee No Cream, thank you so much for your support as usual. And Corey, thank you for coming through as well. And Frugal Mama, thank you for being here as also. So thank you for all of you. And remember, I came down 4 9.8 pounds, which is also a weight off of my body, mind, spirit. And that's what we do over here. We talk about the mind, body, and spirit. If y'all didn't catch my live last night, just tap in for a little bit. We talked about teas. We celebrated my 1 year on YouTube. And today we're now back to business as usual. Okay. So I'll see all of y'all on the other side. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the people in the background watching and participating from the bushes, as they call it, and have a beautiful rest of y'all day. All right. Thank you so much. Peace and love. You're welcome, everyone. Peace and love.